Hello everybody and welcome to episode 1 of Let's Play Sid Meier's Civilization 5. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I have played Civ 3 and I have played Civ 4, but for the first time so far we are going to be playing some Civ 5. So let's take a look at this game and set it up. Now, first thing we have to do is pick who we want to be. I could be random if I want, or I could pick a person, a leader. Just like the other Civ games, each leader has their own benefits, although they're much more diversified in this game. So if I click on one at random, like let's say Paticello of the shown, for instance, you can founded cities start with extra territory, so your borders expand already, and you receive a defensive bonus. So that's something that you might be interested in. Or let's say you want to be Enrico Dandolo of Venice. You can't gain settlers. However, you can buy city-states as Venice. So there's a lot of different styles of playing in this game. So we are going to take a look at these, and I've already decided I'm going to try a game as Greece, because why not? Greece, it was a fine civilization in the days of Alexander, the person that we are playing. As you can see, his empire got pretty big. So now what we're going to do is decide our map size, map type. As you can tell, there are more choices than the previous Civ games, but I think we are going to stick with a continents type map. Just because that's a standard way to play. We're going to begin that map size standard. We're going to go with that, 16 players. Or 8 players with 16 city-states, that is. And since we're Greece, we're going to be really good with city-states, so that's good. Difficulty level, we are going to go to Prince, which is normal. I think normal is adequate for our first game. Game pace, we're going to play as standard. Now, in some of my online games with friends, I've been playing at Epic, which is really fun. But standard, I think, is what we're going to go with today. I mean, marathon, I've never played a marathon-sized game, but maybe one day, I don't know. But for now, we are going to be Alexander of the Greeks on our continents with a standard map, normal Prince difficulty, and a standard game pace. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. And now this is the part that always makes me nervous, because we are going to see what we get. Everyone listen. Although, to be fair, you can just read what he is saying, so I guess you don't have to listen. Nope, we can't read anymore. We've gone to black. So yes, Civ 5 gives you a little historical blurb of each of the leader that you pick. All right. Alright, I think we got it. Okay, cool. Alright, so let's take a look at our starting area. Looks a little rough, to be honest. We do have silk. That's a luxury resource.
This is a good place.
Thank you. But what we do have here is some terrain for growth and some more here. We'll probably have to buy that one pretty quick if we want to grow. Or you know what? To be fair, I think it would actually be smarter if we took one step down. Yeah, there we go. That was a good choice. Now you see, by moving one square down, I have access to a lot more terrain here to grow on. So I'm glad I did that. And now we are going to explore. For those of you who are familiar with For those of you who are familiar with the earlier Civ games, you might notice one big difference here is we are on a hexagonal grid. And if any of you have ever played the board game Settlers of Catan, this should look very familiar to you. So, yeah. We are going to found our first city, the glorious city of Athens here. And now we can look at our city, just like the other city games. We can look inside our city, and we see that we have food growth in here, and citizen management. So you can see all the different things that you have here. And right now, the important thing is to get food, so that we can grow and get more citizens to potentially work some of these other tiles. So we're going to stick with the default focus for now, but you can actually program your cities to focus on food or production or anything else that you might want. And it's a thing to do in the game to specialize your cities as you go on. So we're going to go for a scout, and the reason we're going to go for a scout first is because we might discover ruins. And just like in other Civ games, finding ruins can give you money, can give you tech, can give you maps, can give you units, so we want to find them. Alright, so let's take a look at what's around here. We have incense, so let's take a look here. Is there anything that can help us with that? It's always good to look over the things that we have here. I mean, animal husbandry isn't a priority because I don't see any animals within the area. Archery can be good. Mining might be good because we have some hills nearby. Poetry can give us, or pottery rather, can give us a shrine. And each orders of wheat, produce one extra food. We have wheat down there, so I say let's go for pottery. It seems to have the most benefit for us at this moment. We're going to begin exploring and seeing what's around us. Seeing if there are any other civs, any city-states, as well as future expansion locations. One thing about this game that took me a very long time to get used to was the fact that spam is not generally a good idea. In Civ 3, it was basically a scramble to settle as much land as you can, as quick as you can. And in Civ 4, it was still a very viable strategy. But in Civ 5, you will be penalized in happiness so badly if you do that. So it's advisable to expand at a slow rate. I have learned through the wisdom of my more experienced Civ 5 friends from the House of Sim that it's generally good to wait until you have a city size of 4 to grow. Ooh, we found a ruin up here. So, thank you. We found a delicious ruin. We'll see what goodies lie within. Well, we got money. Okay. Not the most interesting thing, but it is something. Oh, we have the borders here. And you might be thinking that's another civilization. But in Civ 5, there are such thing as city-states. And we'll get into what they do in a minute here. Man, all these informational things are kind of annoying, but it's all right. So our scout is finished. Let's build a monument for some from culture. I believe that's what a monument does. Let me double check that. Yep, it's culture. So now we have a scout, and let's send him in opposite directions as our guy. Oh, hi, Persia. Well, I'm Alexander, and if I remember my history, we kicked you around, didn't we? All right, Persia. We can't really trade right now, but in the future we will be able to. So goodbye. I guess I was wrong. I guess you are not a city-state. Nope, you are a city-state. Okay. Um, yes, we have the city-state of Genoa here. And every city-state has a trait. This one being mercantile. So based on their traits, they give you different things. So it's kind of good to see what they have. And it's very important in this game to maintain good relationships with city-states. When you get a good enough relationship with it, it becomes your ally, which means it will join you in war. Oh, and we have found Hanoi. Let's look. They are militaristic. The cool thing about militaristic city-states is that they will actually give you units from time to time if you are friends with them, and especially if you're allies. Oh, there you are, Persia. Well, Persia's our neighbor. I'm not sure how to feel about that. I think, I don't really know in too much detail the strengths and weaknesses of all these countries, but I don't know. Persia was tough in Civ 3. Oh, hi, Russia. How are you, Russia? Well, that's not nice. Well, listen. Catherine's looking fine in this game, I gotta say. Alright. So, well, we have the Persians and the Russians as our neighbors. So I guess that's a thing. Ooh, natural wonder.
Here is something that may be helpful.
So yeah, natural wonders are great things to discover. They bring you happiness. Oh look, more city-states. Jerusalem is a religious city-state. They will actually, if they like you, you will get faith. And faith is actually something that is very helpful in something in your religion. Founding your own religion, spreading it, having more power religiously. So I hope to have my own religion. That is a goal that I possibly have. Citrus down here. I would say this would be a good area to settle, but I believe that's one of our adversaries down there, so going all the way down there might provoke them. And that's not something that we want to do. Okay. Well, we have a lot of incense, so we're going to be able to trade that with our neighbors pretty shortly. Let's see. Could go to sailing. Sailing could help us, although I think it's a little early for that. Animal husbandry, still not too much of a thing. Archery could be helpful for defense. Plantations on luxury resources. I think that might actually be a good thing for us. So yeah, keep in mind, I am not as experienced in this game as I was in Civ 3, so don't take any of my actions to be like the absolute best thing that you can do in any situation, but just something that I am doing. Let's take a better look here. Oh, there is Moscow, and this is the edge of the continent. If we do have two continents of equal size, there's probably going to be 4 of us on one and 4 on the other. So that's good. Let's not bother looking around too much around Moscow, because we're not going to be getting those lands anyway. They're going to be Moscow places. All right. There's oysters over there. That is a helpful thing for us to know. And well, it looks like we're running out of continent over here. So we're going to be settling our guy back. Oh, we have Matt Colombo. They're mercantile. Good to see you. All right. So that is good. As you can see, our city of Athens is growing pretty nicely, and they've expanded to the incense. And as you can see, they're already working these resources, and yes, they are growing. I think the next one I might want to do one of the ones that has potentially less food but more other stuff. I'm not sure yet, but it's just a thought. Okay. I want to settle like kind of close to Russia. I think like right there maybe might be a good spot. But we're probably still a little ways away from settling. Oh, we got barbarians already, and Moscow is fighting them. Well, that's their problem. I'm not going to help them. Although city-states, if they're under attack, they will reward you quite nicely for defending them. Oops, trespassing. Yeah, they tend to get annoyed when you walk through their territory. They just... But the thing is, you can walk through the territory. You can't actually walk through the territory of another civilization. It won't let you. We met Kizil. They are cultured, which is very nice because culture will actually help you get policies a lot faster. Choose production. We are going to go for a warrior because this world is going to be getting steadily more dangerous as barbarians begin to spawn in greater numbers, and we're going to need some protection, especially when we are seeking to expand our empire. Alright, so let's walk around the edge of Kazizl.
I have some information
Uh-oh.
that may be of use.
We found this barbarian encampment.
The enemy unit.
Yes, they're fortified. Thank you for that. Leonidas. Hey, that's my guy. Wow. I am surprised the Russians already have a great general. But, yep, these are a barbarian encampment, and oftentimes it's not happening now, but you will get quests from city-states, and they will reward you with favor if you fulfill those quests. And one quest is often to destroy a barbarian encampment near their borders. So now we can pick the social policies. This replaces the governments from Civ 3 as well as the, I forget what they're called from Civ 4, but we can go different routes here. So we can go tradition. That will help us with faith. Liberty is good for rapid expansion. That could be nice for us. Honor, I don't know if we're really going to get too aggressive, at least to start. So let's not worry about that. Piety will allow the faith of our empires. So I don't know. It is very difficult to decide what I want to do. But let's see. You can actually get a free settler pretty soon. So I think we are going to go Liberty. So there we go. We have already increased our culture just by picking Liberty, and we will continue it more. So like Civ 4, it shows you what the odds are. Well, it doesn't show you the exact odds, but it does show you the what the likely outcome. And unlike Civ 3 and 4, your unit won't die. It will just be injured. And if it's a minor defeat, your unit will be injured a little bit more than the other one. So we're not going to bother with it. We're just going to walk away. And we discovered some more ruins. That is nice. I am happy about ruins. Alright.
I have some information that may be useful.
Thank you. Oh, and now we have a population of 3. And let's see. They are going to be growing in 16 turns. Let's see. How much will that... Alright, let's see. I want to take you off and put you here. That will mean our city will grow slower, but we'll be a little bit more productive, which is okay because... Actually, you know what? No, screw that. Go back to where you were. There we go. All right. Let's see what's in this ruin. Ooh, free culture. And we're already almost to our next palace, so that's actually really good news for us. That was actually really helpful. But ladies and gentlemen, I think that is quite enough for our first episode. I'm feeling reasonably optimistic about this start. I hope that you are optimistic about this Let's Play, because I certainly am. Come back next time for more Civilization 5 with Alexander of Greece.